In the history of the United States, the American Civil War is the second rebellion in history, and it is the most expensive and caused the most damage to the American people. Oh, by the way, what is the first rebellion in the history of the United States? It is the Whiskey Rebellion. And during and after the American Civil War, interesting coins came out, which are this 2-cent coin and 3-cent coin, and 5 cents, which is known as Shield 5 cents, made with copper nickel, so people started to call it nickels. What caused the American Civil War? It is because of the slavery. The founding fathers of the United States didn't like the idea of slavery. George Washington said,
"There is not a man living who wishes more sincerely than I do to see a plan adopted for the abolition of it, but there is only one proper and effectual mode by which it can be accomplished, and that is by legislative authority."
And Thomas Jefferson said,
The whole commerce between master and slave is a perpetual exercise of the most boisterous passions, the most unremitting despotism on the one part, and degrading submissions on the other. Our children see this and learn to imitate it, for man is an imitative animal.
As you can see, these two people didn't like the ideas of slavery. George Washington actually freed his slaves after his death. However, the founding fathers of the United States failed to abolish slavery, and it caused the northern side of the United States doesn't have slavery, and the southern side of the United States institutionalized slavery. This became the conflict, and later it became the Civil War in 1861. Abraham Lincoln also said,
"A house divided against itself cannot stand. I believe this government cannot endure permanently, half slave and half free."
He had a strong view regarding the slavery as well, and Lincoln became the President of the United States in 1860. And Southern people didn't like that Lincoln became president because they felt like the political position was moved from Southern to Northern. I mean, it's happening almost every election, to be honest, in every country. In 1861, January 21st, Jefferson Davis declared separation, and the speech was following.
I rise, Mr. President, for the purpose of announcing to the Senate that I have satisfactory evidence that the state of Mississippi, by a solemn or finance of her people in convention assembled, has declared her separation from the United States.
The first state separated was South Carolina, and Georgia followed. Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas followed. And these separated states made Jefferson Davis as the president temporarily for the Confederation States of America. These 7 states were depending on farming and slavery for their economy at that moment. As soon as South Carolina separated from the United States, the Vice President John Breckinridge resigned and joined the Confederation States of America. The Confederation States of America stole gold and used violence towards politicians who were in the opposite party, and the war just began when the Confederation States of America fired a cannon at the United States. Ironically, nobody died at the first battle, but when a soldier from the Confederation States of America fired cannon salute, 1 person died and 3 people were injured due to the explosion of cannon salute. After the war, Lincoln wanted other states to join them, but Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Arkansas joined Confederation states instead. 2-cent coin was one of the failures in USA coinage, but at the same time, its motto became an icon in the history of the United States. "In God We Trust" is the motto that was introduced in the 2-cent coin. The reason that they minted 2-cent coins was because most of the metals ran out during the Civil War time, and the mint believed they could resolve the shortage of the metal by introducing this 2-cent coin. The meaning of this 2-cent coin is its motto that soon applied. All U.S. coinage have the motto in coins. Copper nickel 3 cents were introduced because of the Civil War time period. Originally, 3 cents were silver. A tiny coin as you see in the video, but like I said previously, metals were rare during the wartime. Therefore, copper nickel 3 cents coin was introduced to solve the problem. At that time, stamps were 3 cents, so the 3 cents coin was a famous denomination for people who send mail. However, after silver 3 cents disappeared from circulation, people were mad that they didn't make the 3-cent coin as silver anymore, so 3 cents copper nickel coin disappeared from circulation as well. Also, due to inflation, the stamp price increased. However, the 5 cents nickels are still used until nowadays. This shield 5 cents coin is one of the reasons why the 5 cents coin is called as nickels, because originally 5 cents coin was known as half dime, which was made in silver as well. But think about that, if there is silver, people would rather have a coin with a little bit more of silver than the copper nickel instead. So, during the Civil War time, mintage of half dime dropped significantly, and nickels replaced the 5 cents position slowly. From the beginning, it was hard to make copper nickel coins because it broke the dies, but technology developed, and that's why 5 cents are still made in nickels. As we know, the United States of America won the war. Lincoln was about to become the President of the United States again, but he was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth. So, Andrew Johnson, who was the Vice President that time, became the President after Lincoln. Slavery was over, but the essential problem was not solved. The KKK was founded after the Civil War. Racism is still an issue until nowadays. Well, civil war in the United States must be studied because of the current political reasons. If the government cannot control the country due to radical ideology, it might repeat again if it goes extremely wrong. Remember, people suffered in the Civil War, and remember what William Tecumseh Sherman said.
I am tired and sick of war. Its glory is all moonshine. It is only those who have neither fired a shot nor heard the shrieks and groans of the wounded who cry aloud for blood, for vengeance, for desolation. War is hell.